Welcome to Illustrator Jones once again. Yes, it's a scribble sketch episode. And I can't think of what to draw. Did the scribble, and then had to think for a couple of minutes what to draw. And then I just went with the shape, and I stuck some teeth on it. And I'm hoping it'll come out okay. It comes out really weird. I'm ever so sorry, but it does. Comes out ever so strange. But anyway, it's a lot of fun to do, and I was stuck as to what to draw. I didn't want to draw another Seamus Gumshoe running away from a monster again. I wanted to do something a bit different, so this is what I drew. And yeah, you'll see as I get along. I'm making it up as I go. None of it is planned, as you can obviously tell. Yes, and I went from there. So it is. If you've seen it in the thumbnail, well, have I done the thumbnail yet? I'm not sure if I have I? Oh no, I don't think I have. So I'm gonna have to do the thumbnail after this. But yeah. So how is everybody? I hope you're well. Having fun drawing. I hope you're okay. And yeah, having a fun time drawing daft monsters and weird creatures and all sorts of things. If you do, send them in. Let me have a look, and I'll put them on the screen on the next video. So yeah, don't be afraid. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, honest. If I put my rubbish up there, your stuff's just far more better than mine, so, you know, you can show me up. Yes, please subscribe, like, and share the videos, and it'll help this channel get noticed a bit more. And leave a comment. It'll be I love the comments, I really do, and I try to reply back to every one of them. So some of them do turn into conversations, mind you. More than just comments. But yeah, it helps. I found out that it helps the channel get seen more if you subscribe, like, and do all that jazz. And then maybe more people will enjoy drawing. So yes, so I stuck a big eye on it, stuck a big helmet on it, and it started to come into my head then what I wanted to do. As you can see, somebody riding on the top. But I did draw them like World War II German soldiers. The Wehrmacht, as they called it. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know why I went with that. There's an artist called Vaughan Bode, who I discovered a few years ago, and I bought one little book of his, none of the comics, and he used to draw drawings of Nazis, well, not Nazis, German soldiers and German aeroplanes, and you know, yeah, and he was. I just love the way he did them, and that's where his influences come from. His drawings. I'll stick him on the screen now, the artist, and you can have a look yourself if you go on Google and put in Vaughan Bode artwork, and you can have a look yourself at what the kind of things he did. Brilliant artist, really fantastic artist. You know, always thought when he draws, he's like a kid in school, drawing in his you know, he's meant to be doing his lessons in his what do you call them, in his books, lined books, but no, he was drawing German Messerschmitts and little German soldiers, you know, from the Second World War. It's brilliant. It was brilliant. So yeah, he did a lot of stuff. You know, there's a film called Wizards by Ralph Bakshi. Don't know if you've seen that. It's from the 1970s. It came out, I think, around about the same time as Star Wars in '77. And Ralph Bakshi directed it, but it was all based on Vaughan Bode's drawings. Slightly voluptuous ladies in it, I have to admit. But the drawings are great. They're really good. And it's a good film. It's a good film, but a lot of Ralph Bakshi's stuff, he did what they call rotoscoping. It looks a bit weird, but It's actually tracing over original film footage, you know, and then making it into animation kind of thing, which always looks a bit strange, but I did like, I just love Vaughan Bode's drawings. At the time when I saw that when I was a kid, I didn't know that's who it was, that, you know, it was based on his style. Anyway, there's the art lesson for the day over. Vaughan Bode. Isn't it funny what influences you? You know, things like Calvin and Hobbes, big influence on, not on my drawing necessarily, but I don't know, just loved his work, and Asterix, Albert Uderzo, and Tom and Janry, who did a lot of the, and Franquin, a lot of European artists I like. So yeah, read a lot of comics. I've got a shelf full of them, but my wife looks at them and goes, when are you gonna grow up? It's artwork, okay? Oh dear. It could be Salvador Dali hanging on the wall. Thank goodness it's not. We're on to ink now. On to ink. And off we go. I've put new ink in my pen, because if you noticed from the last video, I was running out of ink. So I've got these German soldiers on the back of this. Oh, what did I call it? I've forgotten what I called it now. I've called it something in German, something Panzer. In English, it's called a tooth panzer, as you can tell. It's like a tank with teeth. That was the idea, and I've called it that in German, and I've forgotten how to say it now. Something Panzer. Yeah. And they're chasing down the mad cows. So he's shouting, oh my goodness. It translated from mad cows to crazy cows ahead. Attack, kind of thing. It did lose a bit in his translation, but and he's shouting out on the back, going, if you're worried about that, you want to see what's behind us. Anyway, just a bit of daft fun drawing. And I hope you enjoy it. One thing I can guarantee, nowhere on YouTube in the entire world will you see a drawing like this. If you do, let me know, because they've copied it off me. Yeah. You see, there's lots of drawing channels that will draw things that, oh, you know, I'm going to draw the monsters from Monsters Inc. or something like that. How to draw this, how to draw that. I try to get it out of the realms of, and you know, just keep it from my head, kind of thing. Some things are influenced by other things, obviously, but this has got no influence from anywhere. This grotesque beast from the depths of wherever. Yeah. So adding all the black now to try and define the character at the front more. But yes, it's a good fun drawing, this one. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, that camera's a bit wobbly, isn't it? Why is it do it? I think it's because I'm moving my arm in front of the camera. It's trying to focus in. As long as I keep still, it focuses in, okay. But yeah. Actually, my wife was watching a thing last night. She's been watching it for the last few weeks, called The Code of Silence, about this young lady who helps the police with reading lips. It's just too tense for me. I can't watch it. It's too tense. I get too uptight with watching things. At the moment, I am watching the last year's series of The Curse of Oak Island. Yes. With the Lagina brothers, who have been searching for now, I think it's 12 series, for the treasure that's supposedly, which is definitely down there, somewhere under the ground. I know it is. I know it's down there, and I don't know why I know that, but I'm determined to see it through to the end. So yeah, I don't know how many series I've watched of that with them. Fantastic. I love it. I just love all the history and the mystery. It's the Indiana Jones thing, isn't it? You know, the discovering of of this underground tomb or something, you know, full of treasure. It's never going to be like that. It's just going to be a hole in the ground in it with a bucket full of whatever it is in there, you know. Yeah. Yeah, putting detail in now with the fine liners. Putting some cross hatching in. Try not to do. I try to do that on the main character in the drawing, the main bit you want to see, and then behind I try not to put any cross hatching because it kind of clashes, and it can look a bit flat if you do that. So just use line and colour to darken the ones at the background. If you want to draw this kind of thing. You might not. You might think, why am I bothering watching this rubbish? And you know what? I agree. We have 302 subscribers. 302! Last week, was it last week I put it down? Oh, good grief, it was. 300. So we've gained 2 subscribers, so thank you ever so much for subscribing. Very grateful to you. Hopefully one day, you know, it'll increase in its popularity, but I'm not holding my breath because I've got a feeling it's not that good and people are not, you know, are telling me by not watching it. But for you people, you 302, thank you so much. Yeah, so yeah, adding all the cross hatching now. I think I changed his helmet. His helmet's a bit small on that one there. I've got to stop sticking my hand over the drawing while I'm doing the other bits. I'm holding the paper down. That's what it is. But yeah. Oh, that's me over there. Ugly Mac over there. Ugly. Yeah, I'm wearing my hat to cover my bald patch. Yeah, I bought this because I went to town when we went away, and I thought, oh no, I forgot my hat at home. I forgot my fedora. So I had to buy a cheap hat to go around in Bath. It was boiling hot. It was 29 degrees. It was so hot. It was melting my brain. But yes. Because I draw at home and I work from home, and you know, I very rarely go out, but sometimes we do.
Hello everybody, Food here. I just want to say, why aren't I allowed on this video? Why is he blocking me out on the other video? All I had was a little tooth on the left one, and now he doesn't want me at all on here. I'm going to protest. I think it's terrible. He's neglecting me. I'm away from home in Fletcher. I've stayed here with him and helped him through the thick and thin of it all. No, he doesn't want me anymore because I'm a pain. Oh, that's what he calls me. He calls me a pain. Anyway, I am going to bring this channel to its knees. Just you watch me, everybody.
So yeah, I had to come up with some sort of flag for these guys, which of course you can't do things like the, you know, Thoth sticker or anything like that, or SS. You know, it's just bang out of order. So I did my own kind of skull and lightning bolt. You know, there you go. They're just meant to be German soldiers, not Nazis or anything like that. Yeah, I'll tell you what did happen on the last video. I put a piece of... Was it the last video? No, it was a short, it was, for an advert for selling the drawings on eBay. Not YouTube, as I kept on saying last video. eBay. Still nobody's bid on it. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and I put the piece of music that you hear at the beginning of all my videos. It's produced by somebody on Pixabay. Is it Pixabay? Pixabay? I've forgotten his name now, but he's always on the front. I always advertise his name, you know, because he's got royalty-free music that he allows us to use. And somebody made a claim on it for copyright. Oh, you don't have to do anything now, you know, but somebody's claimed this as their own. I thought, you cheeky rotters. So I put in a complaint. I did. I said, "Hey, this comes from this person from this website. You know, he made this, not these people, whoever they are. Cheeky things. This happened to me a few times, and I've put 3 times now, and they had to back off. You know, they said, oh, they've dropped the claim of copyright. You know, it's not theirs. Really cheeky. Honestly, poor fella. You know. So I told YouTube who it was, who was the composer, what site it came from, that it was royalty free and commercially free. You know. Yeah. Not awful, eh? People trying to colour. Trying to nick other people's credit. Yeah, it's on to colour now. So, in the background I'm doing all the blues like I did on the gorilla in the last one. Putting all the blue in. Now I had every intention of colouring these in a colour like green or something, but for some reason I left them white. Almost as if it was in the night time when this was happening, you know. So that's, I guess, there's only so much green. You know, the last one was very green and lots of foliage and jungles and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I hope this is recording now. Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, so I left it blue. But I was a coward. I was a coward. I didn't have the guts to go and darken up the sky with my pens. So I did it on the computer. I do show it to you. I'll show it to you later. How I did it on the computer, but I was a bit of a coward. And I used the computer, because I know on the computer if it's not right, you can adjust the colours and the opacity and all that business, you know. And it gives you a little bit more freedom to make mistakes and to fix them. Whereas if you go with a pen, you're kind of tied to that then, and you know, I get a bit angsty about it all. Oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna kill the drawing? It's terrible. But anyway, now that yellow on his teeth, that is really grim actually, but that was meant to be a lot lighter because I thought I picked up a pen 131 the colour code was, and I picked up 31, which was a very nicotine-y kind of stained colour. It's there. Twice now I've been interrupted. Sorry mate. It's okay, don't worry. Oh dear. So yeah. 2 interruptions to my voiceover, which is great. He's probably got the ump now, you see, because I've said that. But yeah, putting a different colour blue for the shade, a lot more purpley blue in the foreground and a lot more cooler blue in the background, just to differentiate the, you know, the I don't know, the you know, the tonal qualities. I talk about. Embarrassing myself once again. So hey, there he is in his little green t-shirt, drawing away like a little madman. So using a warm grey for the helmet, and I'll use a warm grey for the uniforms and things like that. And then at the back, I'll use a cooler grey. These are important little tips, you know, for colouring especially, so that the drawings don't meld into one kind of thing. They do that, they distance themselves. You know, I could have put a little bit of mist in actually in the finished product in between, but I didn't. I do find that looks false on the drawing when you finished it, because you've done it in the computer. You know, people know that you haven't done that on the paper itself. To me, it looks a bit fake. Here we go, another darker warm grey now for the Wehrmacht. I think which is German for army. But Yeah. Yeah, it's going alright. It's trying to figure out the pinks to use. Again, like the last episode, I'm using a dark, very... yeah, it's a dark green. Not very bright. So that it... Because I wanted it to... now I've decided maybe it could be in the night time. But yeah. And daisies, for some reason. Always drawn daisies because they're easy to draw. Basically. That's what it comes down to. Oh dear. So I drew a couple more of these tooth tanks behind. Yeah, there you go. There's the little insignia, which is just basically its skull and crossbone kind of thing with a lightning bolt through it. Yeah, didn't like that pink, that red around his teeth. I much prefer the darker red. They've got lots of spittle and drool, haven't they? These creatures that I draw. You wonder where they come from. What it is 55 years, or say 50 years, of cartoon and kids' TV and monster movie watching. It's all seeped in here, you see, and then it comes out as this garbage. There's this total rush, as Furt would say. Yes. Oh, we're getting there slowly. I had a bit of a problem with this. I printed it out on the laser printer, and the ink kind of lifted slightly in places. I don't know why. I think it might have been grease on the paper, possibly. It could well have been. But, yeah, that band around his helmet there took me ages to figure out what I wanted to use there. And in the end, I just used a dark beige. I did. It's really weird with my face over there. I should be putting my face there. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it, actually, if I did that. Dragging it across the screen. There you go. I can see myself now. Yeah, again, a little bit of purpley blue now for shading on him. Because it's night time, it needs to be quite dark inside his mouth. Adding the Posca now. Lots of Posca. Again, I like to go around the main character with a white line, just to pop him off the background drawing. It really, to me, it works. You might think it's not, it doesn't work, or it's, you know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like that. You know, you like that effect. I quite like it. It kind of separates him from the background drawings. Although I was saying that, because I didn't do the inking, the colour inking in the sky, I did it on the computer. There's no white line around the two characters on the top. I hope nobody is offended by me using German soldiers. I can't see why you would be, but it's just, I don't know. It's because, like I said before, it's because of Vern Bode. Yeah, Vern Bode. How can I talk about somebody about 10 minutes ago and then completely forget their names afterwards? Yeah, just adding all the little highlights now with the Posca, which really, really does pop the picture. You've got to think though where the light is coming from. Although I'm saying that going around it with a white line, that has nothing to do with the lighting, that's just to do with an aesthetic pleasing bit of drawing. But yeah. Gonna get it in the neck now when I go in the house. Oh, you're miserable like I mean. I like to concentrate on this for the full 30 minutes all in one go, you know. So let me know if you like the drawing. Please let me know if, in the comments below. If you don't want to subscribe and you don't want to leave a like, doesn't matter. If this, it does matter, but if only if it helps you want to draw, you know, gives you inspiration to have a go. That's what I want. That's the most important thing. So the other thing is nice, obviously, you know. It's nice to know that it's getting further afield and more people are watching it. But it's not, you know, the drawing is the most important thing. And now we're coming up. Are we? What are we doing now? I think we're coming up to the computer. Yep, scanning it in, altering the colour, and then rubbing out the background. Now I wanted to give it a little frame, because when I printed it out before, it only did the top and the bottom of the frame. So just adjusting the you know, the colours, how bright they are and how vibrant they are. Here we go, I'm going to do the sky now. I'll do this as a separate layer so that I can alter the colours back and forth. There we go. Then another layer, put on some stars. Faint ones in the background. What do I do now? I actually didn't do a huge amount to the drawing after this. Some movement marks. I didn't go in and do a lot more to it. It was, I tell you what I did spend a long time on was the name. So maybe I'm sitting here now looking at this drawing and he's off in the background going, what? I'm translating the English into the German because I wanted to put the German on there, you see. You're adding in a little speech bubble. Making another one for the fella behind. Those fonts are my fonts. They're the ones I hand write these fonts that I use. And yeah, I did them a long time ago. That's another one of my fonts that I've drawn with a. I think it was a fountain pen, was it? I can't remember. Might not have been. Yeah, I had to go in there and check because there's some little things that go over the letters, over the U. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, here you'll see. Oh, you see the U? Look, there you go. Change it back to my U, and then do two little dots afterwards. And put those over the gut. Mein Gut. Now I always thought that was mein God. Oh my God. It's not, it's my goodness. Or my good. Something like that. So now I want to do a title for it down the bottom. For like a, oh no I don't. I want to put my signature in. So I translate the name for it, the Panzer, something Panzer. You'll see what it is in a minute. I don't know where he's gone now. Where's he gone? Water pudding. Ah, here we go. Zahnpanzer means tooth tank. So I wanted to change. This is my handwriting, but I changed it to like a Gothic, Bavarian kind of writing, you know. But yeah, I just hope I don't get told off by YouTube for this. Don't know. Do they do that kind of thing? Yeah, Zahnpanzer. Tooth tank. And that's really, there you go. That's it. That's the end of the drawing. But, there's the black and white one. And there's the colour. That's the final result. So thank you ever so much everybody for watching.